and welcome back to my channel. My name is Janet and I run a Depop and website called Primarie Studios where I sell secondhand and vintage fashion. Today I am doing something a little bit different. I am doing a tier ranking of 2023 spring and summer trends. I did see a few other videos like this floating around and it inspired me to create my own because I have lots of thoughts and opinions about fashion. So the first trend that we're gonna look at is knee-length skirts. I actually really like this trend. I don't know if it's actually very popular. I pretty much just went to like the first 3 or 4 articles when I looked up like top 2023 spring trends. So this was one of them and I really do like this look. I think it's definitely harder to pull off because it's not quite as flattering of a silhouette, but I do like it because it's less restrictive than wearing like a full-length maxi skirt. And I feel like it's a pretty versatile one too, so I think I'd put it in the love it for now category. I do think it's harder to style, but when it's styled correctly, I think it looks really good. So the next trend that we're gonna go over is fringe, and I love fringe. I don't have a lot of it, but I really enjoy fringe, or I enjoy fashion details or clothing details that emphasize like movement. And I think fringe is definitely one of them. When you move, it's also moving with you. Maybe not as practical for every day. So I couldn't put it in the would wear now and forever category because I don't think it's quite like an everyday piece. And for me, fashion has to be utilitarian. Like you have to be able to wear it every day. It has to be like a part of your lifestyle. So unless you're like going to parties every day, I wouldn't put it there. So I'm gonna put it in love it for now. That's there. So the next trend that I want to talk about are floral accents. So these are pretty much like those huge flower chokers. I know Loewe? I'm not sure how to pronounce that designer, but I know they have like some kind of top with like a huge lily, I think. This is one that I know is also really popular. A lot of my favorite YouTubers are wearing this and are into this look. But for me, I just really can't get into it because it always feels like you just stuck it onto the outfit. It doesn't feel like integrated really well. I feel like the only fashion person I've seen wearing this where I've liked the styling for is B. Jones Style. And I think it really works for her because she has a more maximalist style and she does a lot of layering. With the trend, you really have to make it your own for it to feel like natural and part of your wardrobe. Sometimes if there's like kind of an out there trend like this, it's really hard to integrate well. And I think that's kind of my issue with it. I love the look of it, but I think it's hard to style and it's not something that I would wear. So I'm gonna put it in the cute for anyone but me category. Okay. The next trend that we have is the elevated basics trend. I didn't realize that this was like an actual trend. It's just kind of always been around. Maybe it's kind of influenced by the old money aesthetic that has been, or old money and like the quiet luxury aesthetic. I personally love this because I think it's very simple and achievable. You don't need expensive garments to achieve the quiet luxury or neutral elevated basics look. This is definitely up my alley. I love like how broad of a trend it is. You can pretty much just wear trousers and a tee and it's the elevated basics. I like it. So I'm gonna put it in would wear now and forever. I mean, I think kind of like what I'm wearing now is a bit of an elevated basic too, because I think that's kind of where my style tends to be. The next trend is just a color, which is cobalt blue. I really like this color and I think it can look great in certain situations. But I do feel like it's somehow easy to make it look very like when fast fashion does cobalt blue, a lot of times I feel like it's in like that kind of polyester that doesn't look great. So I think if you're using it in nice materials and as an accent color, it can work really well. But it's not something I'm obsessed with. So I would prefer like to wear red. If I had to wear a pop of color, it'd be red, not cobalt blue. I'm gonna put this in a cute for anyone but me because it's not my cup of tea. The next one is the cargo, like multiple pockets, very like utilitarian trend. And I personally love this trend. I don't wear cargo pants that much actually. I have one pair, but I do love like jackets with like huge pockets. I think it's a really kind of fun way to make a more minimal garment look exciting. It's both practical, functional, and it looks good to me. I love like oversized details. I love things that emphasize form. So that's gonna go into the would wear now and forever. The more practical it is, the more likely I am to like it. Okay, I know this one is a big one for a lot of people, and that's having like bows on pretty much everything. I do like it selectively, but I don't really enjoy it when it's kind of put all over. I think the only way I've enjoyed seeing this trend is when they're like tiny little bows on as like a detail on a cami or like a shirt or something like that, or if it's in the hair like a wrap rather than like an actual bow. So it's kind of in between cute but anyone for me or total apathy. Cute for anyone but me. I'm not sure if I'm being like too nice. It can be overdone in a way, and that's what I don't love about how this trend is coming around right now. Okay, the next one that I'm looking at is the like motocross, biker, racing kind of aesthetic. I really like uniform inspired trends. So like overalls, coveralls, like the chore jacket, cargos, like anything related to that stuff, I'm pretty into. So I do like this trend to an extent, but I do feel like sometimes it can look a bit costumey, and so I'm gonna put it in the love it for now because I can see myself like enjoying it for a year, but I don't think it would stay in my closet forever if I bought something from this trend. The next one is ballet flats, and that's more towards like the very like ballerina inspired satin feminine trend. I don't really have any feelings toward this one. It's not my favorite or least favorite. I saw someone wearing it. I would probably style it with like any outfit with a different shoe, like a more streamlined like leather square toe kind of flat is something that I would prefer. So I'm gonna put it in the total apathy. Like it's all right. Like, and I don't like hate it if I see someone wearing it, but it's just not my personal taste, I think. And I don't. It could be in the cute for anyone but me, but I'm just gonna leave it here because. Yeah, I think I'm more apathetic to this one. The next one is asymmetric hems. Let me increase the size of this picture so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So this comes in a lot of different shapes and forms. There are like handkerchief hem tops, and there's stuff like the skirt, which is more like an asymmetric hem like this, or it could be things that come to a point. So there's like a lot of variety in this trend, and I personally love it because I think it adds interest to an outfit. It's a detail that feels a little more understated to me, but it adds drama to an outfit. Plus I do think it adds to the drape of a garment, so it kind of helps things move better and look better, and it feels less flat. And so anything that adds movement and feels less flat for me is always a yes. So I'm gonna put it in would wear now and forever. I do think, do I have anything in my wardrobe right now? Currently I don't have anything with this trend in my wardrobe, but I would definitely be open to it. It's just, you know, I have to find the right piece, and so I haven't purchased it yet. This next one was on a trends list, but I'm not sure if it's actually like quite as trendy now as it was like maybe in the last year or so. I watched an Instagram reel and someone was saying like skinny jeans are coming back, which I did think they were gonna come back because wide leg pants have been on trend for such a long time. Because it's so mainstream, you know, I feel like it tends to go the other way. Like the fashion people don't want to be wearing what everyone else is wearing, you know, and so they go for a different style. But that's a tangent. And I really love baggy denim. I do prefer ones that are like a little more fitted at the top and then wider at the bottom. And I think the specific trend is talking about like very wide oversized baggy jeans everywhere. So I'm gonna put it in love it for now. Sometimes it's a little bit too shapeless for me because I already wear so many oversized things. So it's a love it for now trend. May love it later, I don't know. Okay, let's move on to the next one, which is summer black. I'm personally a big fan of this. I love wearing black year round. I think it's kind of hard to achieve and still keep that summery look, but I feel like if you're getting the right pieces and textures and length of each item, then it works really well. And it's kind of refreshing. I know it usually tends to be like wearing white in summer, but I really like black, and I think it's kind of chic, and an interesting trend because it's not like it stands out a lot, but it's not as frequently seen during the summertime because I guess it's like most people wear like lighter and brighter colors. But I like the idea of wearing like a color you're not supposed to wear in a certain season in that season. When you wear pastels in fall, I think that's fun. I'm gonna put this in would wear now and forever. So the next trend that we have is silver metallic items. I personally love this trend, but I don't think it's like something I would wear all the time. Like, I like obviously wearing like silver jewelry and stuff, but I bought a pair of like blue metallic pants before and I just like never ended up wearing them. They were just a little bit too statement for me, so I think I could wear it as an accessory, but I don't think I could commit to like a full silver garment. Maybe a shirt I could do, but it definitely feels a little bit too bold for my everyday wardrobe. So I'm gonna put it in the cute for anyone but me. So the next trend is a very popular one, which is sheer items. I've been seeing this pretty much everywhere online and on YouTube. Not something I've seen in real life, probably because it's a little bit more of a daring kind of trend. I personally do like it for layering purposes. I think it's a fun trend, not super practical, and I don't think I would personally wear it. So I'm gonna put in the cute for anyone but me category. So we have another color on the trends list and it's saffron red. I love red as a color. For me, the one color I do like to wear as an accent is red. I don't have a lot of red. I think I literally only have one red item in my wardrobe, but I do really like wearing that shirt. And I think I will continue to enjoy red for the rest of my life. So I'm just gonna put that in would wear now and forever. I feel like color trends are really easy to get into because a lot of the same colors will trend from year to year or from decade to decade, and so you can easily thrift things in a specific color. And so that's another aspect I enjoy about trends, is that there are many of them are things that have already existed, and so you can just buy them secondhand. Okay, this next trend I've been seeing quite a lot online as well, but not in person, and that's kind of wearing like the sheer chiffon nightgown. I've seen a lot of people actually doing it online. I just haven't seen it in person. I can see it being really cute, but it still feels like it looks like pajamas to me. Like, I like silk or the slip dresses and skirts that have been trending for a while now, and those to me definitely look like they're made for outerwear, even though they were inspired by like sleepwear. But this one looks a little bit too close to nightgowns to me, and it is technically like nightgown, a vintage nightgown that you're wearing out pretty much. It leans a little on the costumey side for me, which it's not my cup of tea. I know there are probably ways to style it within like your personal style where it would not look quite as costumey, and so for those people, I'm sure that this is a trend that they can enjoy. But a lot of these nightgowns tend to be pastel colors, which I don't enjoy personally on myself. And so I'm gonna put it in the total apathy. I was curious about it when it first started trending, but then I realized like it's definitely not something I love because I think it tends to lean costumey. The next one I haven't seen quite as much of, but it is the party bags. I only saw this on one list, but I do feel like I've started seeing like the more like small bedazzled bags becoming more trendy recently. And I personally really like this trend. The only thing is they're usually like small, tiny, and I carry lots of stuff in my purse. Yeah, I feel like just because there's so much variety in this, and you can also thrift this pretty easily, I'm gonna put it in the love it for now category because I don't think it's something I would wear forever. But if I saw it at the thrift store and I thought it was cute, I would maybe pick it up. Okay, we've got 3 more trends to go. The next one is oversized bags. This is something I love. It's very practical, but it's dramatic, and so it makes a bit of a statement. And I just love a big bag. The bigger a bag is, the more details you can add to it. You can get a lot of structural elements in, or like embellishments and all these things, and so I really like this trend. I know it's when the mini bags were trending, I really enjoyed that look, but personally I would not be able to do that because I pretty much carry my water bottle with me everywhere, and it just doesn't feel very practical. I love this trend because it's so practical, and I definitely can see myself wearing it for the rest of my life. The next trend is open weave knits and sweaters, cardigans, dresses, all that kind of stuff. I really like this trend. I think it's fun. It's similar to the sheer trend, but I like this one more. It's easier to integrate into your wardrobe, I think. And it just adds a nice texture that I think sheer items can add, but I like how this one, rather than like the smooth texture of a lot of the sheer things that we've been seeing, I like how the knits have more texture. So I'm gonna put it in the love it for now category because I'm not sure if it's something that I'd be into forever, but I currently am very into the style. Okay, the last trend is something that's been around for a while, which is just low-rise jeans. I used to really hate this style when it first came around, but I think the more that I see it, the less I dislike it. I do think it's cute on other people, but I do think like mid to high rise looks better overall. So I'm gonna put it in the total cute for anyone but me trend. I think that's good. That is everything. I have ranked 20 different trends for spring and summer. Let me know what your thoughts are on these specific trends as well. Surprisingly, I didn't actively dislike anything. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.